own style, whether you're a great dribbler, great ball handler, or whatever. You make your own style. People will notice you or recognize you if you're good, but they'll recognize you for, most of the time, one special thing. Whether you're a great shooter, you have great court vision, great handling of the ball. So these things are very important in all aspects of the game, because if you got your head up, that means you can see who's in front of you, and you may have a teammate in front of you and you need to pass him the ball. With your head down, you won't see that. Now we're going in between the legs, cross over in between the legs, cross in between the legs, cross in between the legs. Now switching sides, we're going the other way now, switching ways, and same thing. Look at my head, not looking at the ball. Got my eyes on the camera. So, like I said, one of my teammates is open in front of me. I'll be able to pass him the ball. I'll be able to see whoever's in front of me. That helps us. Now I'm just warming up my hands this way, just passing the ball from one hand to the other. Passing the ball from one hand to the other. It may seem silly, but in a game, you may have a defender on the right side or the left side, and you need to switch it from one side to the other. So all these things are great to dominate, to become a better player, and to become a great player. Now what I'm doing is a little bit more advanced. Passing the ball on the back of my hand, doing twirls on the back of my hand, and then catching the ball into my palms. So like I said, in the games, you need all these ball handling skills, because sometimes you get passes that don't come straight into your chest. We call it chest pass, but sometimes you don't get the pass straight into your chest. Now what I'm doing is called pivoting. Now I haven't dribbled the ball not one time yet, but I'm doing all of these things that have to do with the game. So now I'm pivoting and I'm sweeping the ball. When you do it below your knees, it's called a sweep. So I'm sweeping the ball from one side, my left, to the right, and that's called a sweep. All right. So I'm pivoting and I'm sweeping the ball. So if a defender's on you and you want to protect the ball, you move it these kinds of ways so the defender doesn't get it. Now what I'm doing is called a rip. When you go with the ball across your chest, it's called the rip. The first one below the knees is called a sweep, and now this is called a rip. So you can rip it across your chest. Now you can, over your head is another rip. All right. So now you see how I have my arms open, my elbows up, my head up the whole time so I can see in front of me. That way you don't miss any of your teammates. Now I'm pivoting with the other foot. My right foot is planted and my left foot is doing all the movement. You cannot pick up both feet. They will call a violation on you, which is walk or running, whatever you want to call it, traveling. But now I'm sweeping, sweep, sweeping back the other way, sweeping back this way. All right. So all these moves you must know: rip, 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 rip. So I'm ripping the ball across my chest so that the defender can't put his hands on it, and that gives you an advantage because you get the defender on a certain side, you rip the ball and you go in front of him, maybe you get the layup. Now what I'm doing is head fake and then a jab step. Head fake, jab step, which will be your first step. After you head fake, maybe the defender jumps, he thinks you're going to shoot a jump shot, and you go around him with the first step. So fake, go. All right, fake, go. Now you notice that a lot of moves that I'm doing are being done without a dribble. All right, pivoting, faking, no dribbling at all. All right. So you want to dribble when you want to advance to the basket, or you're trying to get away from a defensive player or out of a trap. All right. So the dribble is definitely necessary, but there are a lot of things you can do without the dribble, and I'm showing you here, which is the fake, and now pivoting all the way, 360 pivoting. So now if you're getting trapped, you can go pivot forward or you can pivot backwards. All right. So I'm lifting one leg, planting the other one, turning all the way around, pivoting. That's what I'm doing. So as you can see, all the way around. Now I'm pivoting on the other foot, all the way forward, now backwards, pivot. So if you look at the way that I'm moving around, if someone was trying to take the ball from me, they would have a difficult time because I'm moving the ball, and it's not a walk because you're leaving, it's not a travel because you're leaving your foot on the ground.